Were you meant to do an introduction into this madness?
Satan from Eye of the Tiger.
Hi, I'm Lara.
I'm Sarah. That's the weirdest thing I've ever heard.
You're so wrong!
Brain was like, I'm out.
Like, comment, subscribe.
So funny. Hello internet, it's a podcast. It's your host for this week is Sarah. Hi. And we have a very special guest with us this week. All the way from Aberdeen, just outside Aberdeen. With a little hand nod. We have Laura.
Hi!
Laura's here. You guys probably know her. Tease my nut
Who
on
doesn't
Tumblr.
know me? That's the question. Who wouldn't want to know me is the question.
Yeah, that's the question.
Yeah.
Because as you guys know, Lara is in Germany at the moment because
She just doesn't want to see you. That's all it is.
Well, she's visiting family apparently.
She just doesn't want to see you. She's hiding in her house right now. She doesn't want to see you.
Oh, that's awkward.
Yeah.
Fuck you, Lara. I hate you.
I like you, Lara.
So this, I'm going to say we have to now use our psychological minds and look into the future.
Okay.
What is going to happen next week? Laura, tell us what's going to happen next week.
The first thing that popped
Wait,
into-
first before we do this, we need a theme tune.
Oh.
Looking into the future, what's going to happen?
The first thing that popped into my head was that the world was going to explode. But
Don't
I hope that doesn't happen.
Well, then we wouldn't be releasing this podcast anyway.
That's true.
So that's fine. No, that doesn't happen.
Thousands and thousands of new kittens are going to be born. It's going to be a kitten massacre.
Kitten massacre?
Yeah, but no. There's just going to be kittens everywhere. It's going to be like just cuteness everywhere.
Okay, all the people were turned into kittens.
Yeah.
Okay, that's fine. I like that.
That would be good.
That's-
And then I would have a mental breakdown like I did earlier in the week
Okay, why?
about the kittens.
The kittens?
Yeah. Cute little animals are my weakness.
I think cute little animals are everyone's weakness.
And yeah.
Whenever I watch like a video on YouTube of like a cute little animal, you know that YouTube comment that always comes up that's like, I needed to punch a wall to feel manly again?
Yeah.
That's how I feel all the time.
Okay.
Because I need to feel manly, you see.
I don't think I'd get to punch a wall. It would hurt a little bit.
Do you not think this is weird, right? I've known like about 4 or 5 guys that have always been like, yeah, I punched a wall today. Oh man, it was so hard. I'm like, no, actually, that's a Scottish phrase. Let me change that. In Scotland, when you say you're hard, it means you're tough. Not the other thing. Wow.
Oh, wow. This has already taken a turn.
I feel like this podcast imparts wisdom on the rest of the world.
It does.
Because a lot of the slang me and Lara, when we're just, because normally when we do it, as we are doing now, Laura, it's like a conversation they're having between two friends. So we like always just use slang terms, like Scottish slang
terms, yeah.
So we say like rank, or like chum me here, or foof. Fuck you, Sophie!
Yeah, Sophie.
That's not going to make any sense, because this is coming out in like over a week.
She probably won't even remember what we're talking about.
She probably would speak to her then and be like, who's Sophie? What?
Mulder's
Mulder's Fox.
Who is the
Nah.
person? Who is the person?
I bet by the time I've said this now, her Tumblr URL is going to be different.
Probably.
As well,
Don't change your URL in the next week.
Yeah, well, I'll Snapchat her. You know what we're going to do? Live on air, this is not live, it's pre-recorded. We're going to Snapchat Sophie right now from my phone. And we're going to be like, oh god, the floor just shook.
Oh yeah, it does that.
Okay, let's, we'll record. You know, I'm going to record this part. What will we say to her?
I have no idea.
Hello, Sophie.
Hi, Sophie.
We're recording the podcast right now, and you are part of it. So feel special, you little shit. There we go, that's lovely. Let's listen back to that.
Sophie. Hi, Sophie. We're recording the podcast right now, and you are part of it. So feel special, you little shit. Sophie.
You little shit. Oh, wow. Friendship, right?
Friendship right there.
So, it is once again that special time. We've hit 5 minutes in already.
Seriously?
Yeah, you know what? You've never done this before. Time goes quickly.
Okay.
You'd be surprised. Like, you could be talking about one story and you realise you've been talking for 17 days. It happens. It's time once again, friends and family. I have no friends. For Sarah's shout out. Da-da-ba-ba.
I changed the title though. You have to remember this.
You changed the channel.
No, the title, the shout out.
Oh yeah,
I have my own special one.
so for this, well, we can, yeah, okay, right. So for this week, because we have a special guest, it's a special guest shout out. So this week, special guest shout out. Laura, take it away.
Who did the thing? That's my special title for it, because who did do the thing? So our shout out for this week is Shannon McCormick.
Yeah, fucking Shannon, shout out.
Who is Root Beer Flotsam on Tumblr.
Basically, Shannon plays Washington on Red vs. Blue. So, for those who don't know, me and Laura are very big Rooster Teeth fans. And while Lara's away, the mice will play. That's not it, is it? The cats will play.
Cats, yeah.
Or the mice. While Lara's
the
away,
cat's
we
away,
will.
the mouse will play.
Okay, yeah. So while Lara's not here, we're going to talk about stuff that she doesn't like us talking about, like One Direction and Rooster Teeth. So Shannon plays Wash on Agent Washington. Sorry, Wash lingo. On Red vs. Blue. If you guys don't watch that, you definitely should check it out. It's probably one of the best web series of all time. And the reason why we're giving a shout out to Shannon is purely because he is easily one of the nicest people to the fans who message him. But yeah, Shannon, every time someone messages him, he's kind to them. He's really, really into looking at people's fan art. And I've really noticed as well with Jace, who is fennings.tumblr.com, but it's got a P in it, which, whatever, Jace, whatever. His interaction with the fans is absolutely amazing. I really think that more people need to be like that, and I know sometimes it's hard because people have got however many people messaging them all the time, or millions of fans, hundreds of fans, whatever. But the fact that he takes the time to message people and to actually really care, so shout out to Shannon.
He is pretty cool.
He is.
Yeah.
I was his 1,000th follower, and he made that little post.
Oh yeah, I saw you did. You showed me that.
Yeah.
That's so cute.
He tagged me in it, and I was like, "Fucking score!" That was my first connection. So there's I don't know if this is even his Facebook. Remember I sent you the link?
Yeah.
But there's this like Joel Heyman Facebook. Don't know if it's his or whatever. But they shared a video, and it was a Vine, and it was the Hollywood dog. If you guys haven't seen this, I'm going to post it in the link down. But it was probably one of the first Vines I ever actually saw. And I showed you it today, Laura.
Yeah.
It's the cutest little like paddling. It looks like Snoop Dogg.
It does a
it
little
looks
bit,
high as fuck as well.
Yeah.
But it's so funny. Which leads us on to the Vine section of this week's podcast. Because I have become obsessed with Vines. Over the past couple of days, I think I've probably watched about 300 Vines.
That's not hard because they are only 6 seconds long.
That's very true.
Yeah.
That's very true. I become obsessed, but I've been working as well, so trying to fit time around that. I've been obsessed with them. Yeah. My favourite at the moment, I think his name's King Back.
Okay.
As in the musician Back. Da, 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 da. That was not a back song. A back song.
One of his popular hits.
It's very well known. He actually is very well known. I don't know why I was laughing at that.
It's that people can be so creative with them because they are only 6 seconds. And in that time they have to what they have to do is be creative for that whole 6 seconds.
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
Like Bo Burnham one, the one where he's like, "Oh, I'm gonna change this red card into black."
Yeah.
And then that's so funny. Show my sister that one. And the one where he's got a roll of paper towels and he's like, new magic trick, and he hits the paper towels off his knee, and then he's got paper in one hand and a towel in the other one, and then he drops the towel and it's a bread roll. I was like, this is the funniest thing. Speaking of Bo Burnham, or however the fuck you pronounce his name, he has a show at Edinburgh Festival this year.
Does he?
Mm-hmm. Which is interesting because we live in Edinburgh.
Yeah, well,
yeah.
I do. I part-time live in Edinburgh.
Part-time?
I have 2 homes.
Yeah, she's from 2 walks of life. So we could talk a little bit about the festival. I haven't seen anything yet.
I've never been before.
Have you not?
No, never ever been before.
What?
Because I always, the past couple of years, I've been working, the job that I've been working weekends.
Oh yeah, the strawberry pickers, fucking...
best job ever. Since I was working, I would never get 2 days off in a row. It would always be just 2 random days. So this is the first year that I've sort of had weekends off. So I've never been before.
Oh my god. We should go.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely.
Mhm.
It's so good. Yeah, like, I think I've probably seen at least one festival show since the dawn of time.
Yeah.
Like, if you're from Edinburgh, it's tricky because you hate the festival because
it's so busy.
It's busy, there's tourists and everyone's loud and fucking like got those paparazzo cameras and right in your face, like, yeah. But then it's also awesome because all these really cool comedians come from across the world, and then all types of people come from across the world. It's pretty cool. And you get free shows.
The free shows are really good.
But alcohol is expensive as dicks.
Yeah.
Like, so there's this club in Edinburgh. This is not a fucking shout out, although I do go there often.
5 to 5.
Called Hive, yeah. All I was going to say is, at night, if you go for like the club part, and you can, and depending on what day you go, you can get a shitty vodka and a shitty Coke for £1.
Yes.
If you get that during the day, it's like £3 during the festival.
£3. The glasses aren't even big though.
Well,
They're
they use the bigger ones.
Oh, okay.
They use the double
but
ones.
still, they're like.
I know, it's like because it's the festival, because it's tourists, they can charge extortionate prices.
Yes.
And I feel like if you can give them like a little hand signal to say you're from Edinburgh, like a little, like I don't know, like a secret handshake, then you should be able to get discount prices.
Yeah, because you're not actually there to be like to look at the festival stuff going on.
I just want to get drunk.
Yeah.
At like 11 o'clock in the morning because it's acceptable now because there's comedians walking about. That's okay now. If it was like...
Yeah.
And the other thing I find funny about the festival is that as soon as it hits festival time, people walk up, like, you can walk down the street and see like a group of like 45 people dressed as Victorian zombies.
Yes.
That's okay.
Yeah.
As soon as it hits September, that's not okay anymore.
No, not at all. No,
it's like this is fine. Like, I just saw like... And unless it's a Saturday night and it's like
it's like people are dressing up for like a night out.
Yeah, it's like a hen night or Saturday night. That's
but no,
fine.
during the day, on sort of the Royal Mile sort of area, it's acceptable in August, but not any other month of the year.
As soon as it hits August, people like can be dressed as clowns at like 9 o'clock in the morning, or they can be dressed as like prostitutes at like 3 o'clock in the afternoon.
Yeah.
But September, no. That's not allowed.
No, not at all. No.
That's not allowed. Except during Freshers Week.
Yeah.
There's some weird people during Freshers Week.
Yeah, our Freshers Week isn't very good though. Well, I think yours is better than mine.
Yeah, it's okay. I mean, we were talking about this last week, or 2 days ago, whatever you want to fucking call this, how when me and Lara went to Freshers Week, they had this thing called Hypno Dog.
Right.
That was like a dog that was meant to hypnotise people. I mean, it was too old and it was almost dead.
That sounds amazing.
So all they did was bring the dog out at the very end and be like, this is the dog, and then the guy did the rest of the stuff.
Okay.
So I think it was just like Hypno Dog, but there's a hypnotist and his pet dog. He couldn't leave the dog at home.
Plus dog, dog.
He couldn't leave the dog at home, so we had to like...
We had, in our Freshers Week, we had 2 members of S Club 7. Shout out to S Club 7.
What? Which ones?
Joe and Bradley.
Joe the racist one.
Yeah.
And she came with Bradley, that's funny.
And
Bradley was hot.
1 member of 5.
Which one?
I don't know because I don't know the names of them. I think it might have been, I want to say Scott,
who... the only one I can think of is the one who was Lisa Scott. No, wait, his name wasn't Scott anyway.
No.
And he had like short spiky hair. They all had short spiky hair. Yeah. I think I know what you mean.
Boy bands of the 90s.
And
we had Michelle McManus. Shout out to Michelle McManus.
Which one was that?
The woman that was on. Was she on Pop Idol?
The one that everyone used to make fun of.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Everyone who is not from the UK is not going to know who
no,
that
she
is.
Can't, I know.
Put it in the link down.
Yeah, of course.
It's just a picture of her.
There's
or
a
video of her singing.
She was actually an amazing singer.
Yeah.
She was the Susan Boyle before Susan Boyle.
Yeah, but she didn't get as famous as Susan Boyle.
Well, no, because Susan Boyle was old
and really crazy.
Yeah, she was crazy. Michelle McManus was just...
She's just like a normal woman who can sing, really.
But
she was on... I want to say she was on some sort of Scottish TV programme for a while. She was presenting some sort of Scottish TV programme.
Really?
Yeah. But I can't remember what it's called, so this is not going to go anywhere.
Well, fucking hell, good luck for me trying to find that for the link up. Michelle McManus on television. 0. Yeah. Remember Pop Idol and stuff?
Yeah, we were really young, but I think, was she on the one that Gareth Gates and Will Young were on?
Not the same series.
Okay. Did she win hers?
Yes, I want to say yes. Fuck it, I'm gonna look it up.
Because I remember the whole controversy with the whole Gareth Gates Will Young thing was that everyone thought that Gareth Gates was going to win.
She's still a singer, apparently.
Okay.
And she won the second series of UK talent show Pop Idol. She's a singer-songwriter, actress, columnist, radio DJ, and television presenter.
Told you!
She's 33, apparently. She's actually signed to a record label at the moment. That's fucking not
Did she ever
great.
have any songs out?
She had one studio album in 2004
Oh god,
called The Meaning of Love, which it got to number 3 in the UK charts, and it's a gold.
2004 is a long time ago, though.
She had a couple of singles, but the first one, which was obviously her winner single,
What
got
was
to
her
number
winner
1,
single?
called All This Time. Fuck
I
that.
don't know.
2004, she had The Meaning of Love, which was obviously, but that got to number 16.
Oh, Good Times.
And then 2007, Just For You, which never placed, and 2013, Take You There, which never placed.
She had a single out this year?
No, 2012, sorry.
Okay, last year? Oh, wow.
That didn't place anywhere, so. And she's been on a couple of TV shows. You Are What You Eat, Still Game, fucking great. The Hour as a host.
That is what I was thinking of. That is the programme. But I'm not sure if that's just a Scottish thing as opposed to a whole UK thing.
The Hour is a magazine series broadcast on STV.
Yeah,
It's just a Scottish thing. Yeah. Well, fuck. Good luck to the rest of the world. Fuck you guys. She was also on Scotland's Always Had Talent.
Have they?
Apparently. Apparently we have. This is a prime example of that. We've got good talent about talking about things that nobody else knows about.
Yeah.
Speaking of something nobody else knows about, I was looking for stuff that we could talk about in the podcast. I found this. And it's very good for you, Laura. You'll see why in a moment. So, basically, the headline is quite a long headline. Redheads stage Ginger Pride March at Edinburgh Fringe.
When can I go?
Well, I think it's already been. It has been billed as the UK's first Ginger Pride Walk and was part of the Edinburgh Fringe Festival. They gathered outside the Balmoral at 11 o'clock, which is at the edge of the main street in Edinburgh. And they were led by Canadian comedian and proud redhead Sean Hitchens.
I don't know who that is.
Don't know who the fuck that is either. But apparently he's felt isolated, so that's good. I mean, that's not good. But it's good that he got people to walk with him if he feels isolated. Scotland is said to be home to almost a fifth of the world's redheads. Although this is funny though, because I was talking to somebody, I can't remember who it was. Who was it? I can't remember. But they were saying that when they think of Scotland, they don't think of ginger people.
No.
They think of... When they think of Ireland, they think of ginger people.
Oh, no, that's weird.
Yeah. But when I think of Scotland, I think of those, like, Jimmy hats. And
Yeah, with the red hair
yeah, so it's
coming
like
out of
it's
them,
like a tartan hat with, like, a little bit of ginger hair coming at the end.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, that's... So they apparently don't think of Scotland as ginger
that
people,
is
but
weird.
I kind of do.
Yeah.
Apparently some of the slogans on the parade were ginger and proud, standard. For the love of ginger, which I would get confused with possibly ginger as in, like, you know, the what is ginger? Like,
I'm not entirely sure.
it's like it's not a herb or a mineral. That's just two words that I said.
A mineral.
Ginger, the mineral. I'm gonna search what it is. Ginger is it's a root. It's like a plant root.
That makes sense.
Fucking, I don't know fucking anything. Thank God for Google. I'd be fucked.
I have had, when I was younger, I have had Chinese and Japanese tourists taking pictures of me.
Seriously.
Yeah, because over there they never see my sort of colour of hair. Disclaimer, I am ginger.
Yeah.
In case you were wondering.
Yeah, that's why I said it would be important to Laura.
I have had, when I was younger, I think we went on holiday somewhere down in England, and we were at a big touristy place, and I have had people take pictures of me.
That's crazy.
Because it's, to them, because they just have dark sort of hair, it's something very, very strange to them.
Well, that's like when we went to Africa, which was fucking a long time ago now. God, I can't remember how many years ago that
3,
was.
4?
4, maybe 5? And 4? could be 4. I can't do maths. And some of the people that I went with were really pale and blonde. So they just were like, I know the part that we went to was like really secluded. It was quite it wasn't well off, let's just put it that way. So they'd probably never seen any Caucasian people ever. So it's like, it kind of makes sense, because if I'd never seen like someone from Asia, for example, never in your entire life, and you see someone from Asia for the first time, you'd be like, oh, okay, there's other people. There's other people outside of this world. Yeah. It's quite weird. It's interesting.
Yeah.
So, oh wait, maybe it hasn't been. Maybe it has now.
I don't know if I would go on a pride walk, though, because that's weird. Because I don't really care.
But this guy organised it, the Sean Hitchens guy, or the fuck his name is, someone Hitchens.
That's just more cause for abuse, to be honest with you.
I know, I mean, like, I think that's kind of silly. But then again, like, I think people get bullied for that a lot. So maybe it's
having...
so maybe it's like, if we stick together.
Yeah.
Which is, I suppose that's fair enough. Yeah. You know, shout out to this guy for...
You do. I used to get people coming up to me at school going, "Oh, you're ginger," and then you're like, "Yeah, I kind of noticed."
Congratulations.
Yeah. So I've had it like since I was born. So you know.
Yeah, you have eyes. Well done. That's the sort of thing, like, people get bullied for the most stupid things, and then you're like something like that where you're just like pointing out like, "Oh, you're ginger," like.
Yeah. Well done.
But what about it? You're brunette. Fucking well done for being born like that.
Well, my parents both have dark hair, so does my sister.
Well, someone cheated in your family. Well, I'm joking. Love us, mum. It's fucking awkward.
But no, my gran has ginger hair, so...
Is that not one of the things that skips a generation?
Yeah, because it is such a recessive... Let's get into science. Woo, science!
I know. Well, I did a little bit about this in archaeology.
A recessive gene that... everything gets cancelled out by everything, because they're talking about how the gingers are going to be extinct and all this sort of thing, and because it's really stupid.
That is kind of stupid. Gingers are going to be extinct. What a horrible way to put it as well. Fucking shout out.
Who are you shouting out to?
No, I was saying shout out to the idiocy of the world.
Oh, right.
Yeah. So speaking of the news, you saw... Okay, so for people who don't know, or they probably will, because they're fucking shut it out about it, because they're so fucking proud about it, Edinburgh Zoo has pandas.
And you have to pay extra in the zoo to see them.
Fucking pandas, I don't give a fucking... The
only
only pandas I've ever cared about are the ones that are in Anchorman.
Yes.
That's the only pandas I've ever cared about. And, I mean, care is a very strong word. But there's pandas... And you were telling me this already. Do you want to talk about the pandas?
One of the pandas might be pregnant. But they don't know yet. They're waiting for results. So there might be a chance that they have, like, another panda. But I think that was the reason they got them. Yeah. They wanted to breed them, but it might be pregnant, but they're not entirely sure.
This says, keepers say Tian Tian, which is the name of the panda, is not letting them perform an ultrasound.
There you are.
But you're not letting them perform. Like, no! I don't want you to see me like this. It's a fucking panda. Just push it down. Don't push pandas. Don't do that. Edinburgh Zoo says there are strong indications that the female giant panda is pregnant. Giant panda? Are they that big?
I don't know. I've never seen them.
Neither have I. Lara's been a couple of times fucking bragging about it. But I mean, like, I don't really care.
I'm a student. I don't have money to pay, like, because even getting into the zoo is expensive.
Oh yeah, I don't like the zoo anyway because...
You've told me this already, yeah.
This fucking bird that was in a cage, it's like a fucking eagle or some shit in a tiny little fucking birdie cage. I'm not going to the zoo for that. And also there's a hill, let's be honest.
Yeah, it's on a massive hill.
It's like, oh no, there's birds in the small cages, but there's a fucking hill.
It's on a massive hill.
I'm not fucking climbing up that. So yeah. Oh, but the reason why... Okay, so it says here, she could be pregnant because of artificial insemination.
So
he didn't even stick it in her coochie cow. It just... They put something else in there. No wonder she's not letting them get an ultrasound.
She probably feels violent.
Yeah.
Get away from me!
I didn't even want to be pregnant. Why have you done this to me? I'm going to lose my body. I'm going to lose my body.
But yeah, they wanted... that was the aim.
Oh my god. They arrived in Scotland 2 years ago. Did they fuck? After being rented from the Chinese government for a decade. Right, so that's 10 years. For an annual fee of... £600,000
No
pounds
way.
per year. They're here for 10 years. There's
That's
no
£6
way they're
million
making that much per
£6
year.
million pounds.
I refuse to believe that they're making
£6
that much a
million
year.
pounds in total. That's ridiculous.
For fucking pandas that aren't even fucking. They're putting...
They're just so
they're putting
laying
yeah, they're putting one of those like chicken baster things in. That's horrible. Poor little thing. Oh, there's a picture of her... No, I don't want to look at that. God. A pseudo or phantom pregnancy is possible. Because these are extremely common in pandas. So we'll put on the news and say she is pregnant, but if she's not, then that's our bad.
Hey, what are we going to do?
And we already told you it could not be true, but fucking hell. The tests, they're going to get for a test, are being developed in Memphis Zoo, in the US. In case you didn't know where Memphis was, people from Britain.
Walking in Memphis.
Oh, fucking good song, right?
Yeah.
So yeah, pregnant pandas. I mean, like, when I say I don't care, I don't mean like I don't care about pandas and keeping them alive, because obviously don't want things to be extinct. Especially like giant pandas, because there's like only like however many left in the world.
There's not that many left.
But I don't really care about them. Like, I don't want to know that they've been having sex and stuff. I know it's like a natural way of life. I'm very open about like humans having sex and whatever. Like, I'm like my Tumblr reflects that very highly. TMI Tuesday is a great day on my blog. But like, I think it's you should be talking about sex with like your kids and letting them know about how people have sex. But the only people who need to know about how pandas have sex are pandas. Like, and apparently they've got little like curtains that they close when the pandas are like looking like they're gonna go at it, so they close the curtains. So then like people have paid like however much money to get in and see these pandas.
See curtains.
And yeah, they can see curtains. Are they going when they're sleeping, which is all the fucking time?
Yeah, pandas sleep a lot.
Like, why would you pay extra?
Yeah.
If it was included, I still wouldn't go because I don't like going to the zoo.
Yeah.
But I would be more inclined to go if it was included.
It's a very touristy thing.
It is. It's for tourists.
Yeah.
I mean, that's what zoos are really for, tourists anyway. Like, Edinburgh doesn't have enough tourist stuff though.
That's true. Edinburgh is like the tourist hub of Scotland.
It's like the tourist hub of the world. It's not. That's a lie.
Because everywhere else in Scotland is sort of, you wouldn't go if you were a tourist because there's nothing in Aberdeen.
Well, there's like you might go like up north and stuff if you're into that sort of like walking.
Yeah, up
stupid
the
walking.
sort of Aberdeenshire area. There is sort of the places around Aberdeen are like it's really pretty because I know I've sent you a picture of like the outside of my house, because I live outside of field, and you do get a lot of places up there that are very, very just sort of like it's just countryside. And if you're into that, then you could go up there and there's loads of walks and stuff. And then Inverness has Loch Ness Monster, I say in
it's true.
Commas, the Loch Ness Monster. But sort of Glasgow has no sort of tourist things.
It does if you like to be stabbed. Speaking of Glasgow, I've got a story. So, I was walking along Sauchiehall Street one day. This was a while ago, because it was when I was friends with this girl that I'm not really friends with anymore. But I was walking along Sauchiehall Street, and I might have told this in the last podcast. No, I didn't. I was thinking because I was drunk, so I can't remember what I did. Walking along Sauchiehall Street. It's fairly late at night, not too late though.
Yeah.
And we're walking along to the bus station, which is at the end of Sauchiehall Street, or the start, or whatever the way we want to look at it. And this guy like came running over to us from like this break in between two buildings, and me and my friend like sort of glanced at him and we were like, he's obviously drunk, and we were like young-ish, so I was like, I don't really want to get involved with this guy, so we like looked away and kept walking, and he came running over. He's like, but in a Glaswegian accent, which I don't want to even fucking attempt to do. He was like, "Excuse me, love, can I get some assistance?" And I was like, fucking hell. So I turned around to look at him, and his face was like white. He looked really freaked out, and he was like, "I accidentally chibbed my mate. Can you come and check if he's alright?" Now, first off, I was like, for people who don't know what chib means, it means stabbed or slashed, wherever the fuck you're from. But my first thought was, he's going to leave me in between, like, a little cove in between two buildings. Yeah. I'm not stupid. Yeah. So I was like, bring your friend here. And he was like, no, he's bleeding really badly. So I looked at my friend and I was like, right, put 999 on the phone, or whatever the fuck our number is. I don't even know what our number is.
Has it not changed now?
It's 102 or 101.
Like, why can they not just keep it as 999?
Because it sends you straight to your local police service, if you call the...
But I don't have... My local police service is awful. They closed the police station in my little hometown. It's a house now.
Yeah, so we went down to see if this guy's okay, and he was literally lying on the ground, like, blood on his top. And what they'd done, which I don't know if they were drunk or just fucking stupid, or possibly both, was they'd got these long sticks and they'd put a bottle on the end of the stick, and they were hitting each other with the bottles, but the end of the bottle had hit off a wall, I'm assuming, or something. Yeah. So he'd went to stab him with it again and hadn't realised, and it actually stabbed him. So he phoned like an ambulance from 999.
I know I have a friend that this was a couple of years ago. They were playing real life Fruit Ninja with a really sharp knife. He stabbed himself in the leg.
Oh my god!
He had to go to hospital to get stitches because they were
what the fuck?
And like it was a friend of a friend who did it, but then my friend came into like the uni the next day and was like, my friend stabbed herself in the leg.
That's just stupid.
Don't play with knives, kids.
Yeah, there you go. Don't play with knives. Dangerous.
That's the message here.
Speaking of knives, me and my friend from work were talking about I saw this like post on BuzzFeed that was 29 feels better than sex.
Right.
And we were talking about, you know, when you've got like a really sharp knife, and when you cut like a cucumber or something, just how like when it slides right through, it's like the best feeling ever. So I've located this article,
right,
of 29 feelings that are better than sex. Some of them are, I don't know where the fuck they got them from, but some of them are really good. So plunging your hands into a bag of uncooked rice. You know, when you get your hands in rice,
okay,
feels good, right? Tearing a piece of paper perfectly, that's pretty good.
As in the segregated.
Yeah. Some of them are kind of crap. Nah. Peeling the glue off the back of a gift card. You know the little bit that sticks it to the paper?
Yeah, okay.
I get to do that in work all the time, because if someone pays with a gift card, they always just leave it on the thing because they're too fucking lazy to take it off the thing.
That sticky stuff.
Yeah, so I get to take that off, and
it's just glue in general. If you put like glue, like when you were like in primary school and you had like PVA glue, the white stuff.
Well, I'll tell you what number 16 is, rubbing glue in your hands and peeling it off. And
it's the PVA, it's the white stuff, and you can just peel it off and it comes off in a layer. That's really cool.
That is pretty amazing. I like that. What else have we got? Some of them aren't too good. I mean, like, who wrote this has never actually had sex, if this is what they're going for. Realising you have a mutual friend with someone you just met, that's not that good a feeling. Watching your coffee and milk mix, that's not great.
I don't like coffee, so...
I do, but...
I like tea. Tea is the way to go.
This is quite good. Dangling a cool metal chain over your hand and then slowly lowering it down when it collects in your palm.
Okay.
That's pretty good. Cool. That's the one that I wouldn't have thought of, but it's really true. Getting into bed after just shaved your legs.
Oh yeah.
That feeling of like the duvet on your legs, that's a good one. This is kind of old, but still relevant to us. Pushing a tape into a VCR player. You know, when it just clips in?
Okay.
For people, the younger viewers, you probably shouldn't be fucking listening to this, because you have to be at least 18.
18 plus.
18 plus are swearing in this.
18 plus.
And sexual content. Yeah, I forgot about, like, videos and stuff.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even that long ago that I still had like a video player, like a VCR.
Yeah. I used to have all like the Disney films on tape.
Yeah. And like when I was younger, I used like an actual tape player, like audio tape.
The first album I ever got was on cassette.
Cassette.
And it was the Steps album. And you had to this was the first, I think the first album I got was an X Club 7 album, so you can sort of see where my music taste was back then. But you had to, half of the album was on one side, and then half of the album was on the other side. Yeah. And you had to sort of, if you could have like a special player that rewinded it for you.
Oh,
but if
fancy.
not, you had to just wind it yourself. Because it had the two holes.
Oh yeah,
You
I know
had
what
to
you
wind
mean. Yeah.
it. You had to wind it back to the start.
Did you not have one that just rewind it back when you press rewind?
Well, we did, but then me and my sister had this thing where we could just wind them back, and it probably destroyed the tape.
Yeah, I think that did, because I used to have this one when I was younger. That was like a Spot. It's like Spot the dog, but I mean like young, like a child. And I used to just like sit and go like that, like put my finger in the hole and like twist it round. And that one didn't last very long. No. But I used to listen to like a tape before I went to sleep every night, which leads me to another story. So there's and you know, like I was saying this in the last podcast, when you remember something from your childhood, and you remember it in a certain way, and you're probably like 100% sure that's not how it was, but there's no way your mind can get off the story. So I was telling the story about monkeys and how they jumped to a car, but I'm not quite sure if they did actually, or if it was just in my mind. It was like a dream. But there was this tape. It used to have like different stories on it, and some of it was like this girl had a giant elephant for a pet. She used to take it to the beach, and it used to go on walks. It makes sense, trust me. And the last story on one of the tapes was about I'm not sure if this is 100% true, but I'm really like this is what's in my memory as a child was the last story was you have to have your doors closed and locked and be in bed by midnight, because if you open your door after midnight, some like creature person will come to your door and come into your house.
That's terrifying.
I don't know if it is just like I was a child and then I was falling asleep and I was thinking of this while the tape was still on.
Yeah.
Or if that's what was actually on the tape.
That is terrifying.
But I distinctly remember that. Like, and I remember for ages and ages I was so scared to stay awake after 12.
Midnight, yeah.
Or like because my mum used to work at a hotel, so she used to come home in a taxi like late because she used to work late, and I was always like, if she's coming home after 12, she can't come in the house, because otherwise something will come out, so she's gonna have to sleep outside. Sorry, Mum.
You can just sleep in the garden.
Yeah, like you'll be fine, sleep in the car, like don't you dare come in this house. And it used to like give me like I think that has given me nightmares and made me really like susceptible to being scared of things. Like the first time I saw The Grudge and The Ring, I am still petrified of those two movies. I can't watch them. I don't even like talking about them, because now I'm talking about them, I'm thinking about it. Yeah. And like I feel it's just like I feel it on me. And I was talking to Sophie, who we spoke about a little bit earlier. She's
Sophie.
a massive X-Files fan.
Yes.
And there's this, I think I've seen one episode of the X-Files that I distinctly remember, and it was this little, I thought it was a child, the way I remember it in my mind was a child, but she briefly showed me a picture of it before I had to close my screen because I was crying, and it's like a little dude, but he has like no legs, he has to go around on this little, I'm getting freaked out to talk about it, this little wooden skateboard thing, and whenever he goes around on it, it squeaks, so you know he's like around, and basically the premise of the thing is that he like steals people's bodies and like kills people with them or whatever, or at least that's what I remember it as. But he like after I saw that episode I was absolutely terrified. Yeah. I wasn't obviously meant to watch it, my mum was watching it and I just came and sat down silently, she didn't know I was there. But I was absolutely terrified. So I went to school the next day. I used to hear the noise. I was too scared to go to the toilet on my own in case like I heard the noise. No. Like it was in my brain. I'm still scared of it. And she sent me a picture of the dude, and I glanced at it. I was like, I can't look at this. And apparently it had a name. I can't remember what the name was. It's like Baraka or something. I can't remember. But I used to have a nightmare when I was younger. A recurring nightmare of I wouldn't be able to scream or say anything, but someone used to shout that word at me.
Oh God.
So that's obviously affected me from that TV show.
Wow.
And it's really scary. Like, I read this thing, it was like the only dreams you properly really, really remember are sex dreams, standard, or nightmares. And you remember nightmares more when you're older because you don't have as many.
Okay.
So it's like, when you're a child you have hundreds of nightmares, but the ones you remember are like recurring.
Oh, wow.
And that's really scary. Terrifying.
The scariest film I ever saw was, I don't know if you went to see this, but The Fourth Kind.
Oh my fucking
Like,
god, that
we
movie!
went to see that, like, but the thing is, right, and I have spoken to other people about this who think who are in exactly the same mindset. When I went, it was just after it came out.
Yeah, I saw it when
it
it came out.
Terrifying. This was first year of uni, so this was like 4 years ago. And it was terrifying, and the cinema was packed, and everyone was just absolutely terrified. But I saw it again, not in the cinema, and it wasn't that scary.
You know the part that absolutely terrifies me? Like, I know it's not meant to be, like, the based on a true story thing is, like, I don't know if that's actually true. I know when they say based on a true story, it means, like, oh, I saw a ghost, and now all of a sudden their family's been massacred.
Yeah.
Like, that's the based on a true story thing, but, it was that part at the end of the movie. This does not count as spoilers. I want to point this out.
It was out 4 years ago, so
like,
deal
fuck
with
off.
it.
Because me and Lara talked about Vampire Diaries books, and somebody sent me a message like, I haven't managed to read them yet. They were written in the 90s, so you can fuck off, right? This is not spoilers. That, you know when, like, she gets possessed by the alien thing? And it's like, I am God!
Yeah.
That part fucking freaked me out.
It was the bit as well where she was
I've never seen that again, actually.
It was either she was on the bed or the guy was on the bed. It was the guy that was on the bed. And he, like, you saw, like, because it goes all fuzzy.
Yeah,
when
so
all
you
the
can't
things
really see it
happen.
properly.
But, like, you saw his, like, back, like arching.
Yeah.
And, like, he ended up, like, because he was possessed and then he ended up, he couldn't walk because he broke his back. But that was horrible as well.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
It's like, this... Have you ever seen The Last Exorcism?
Yes, went to see that in when she bends right backwards, and her head sort of like turns,
and it's like that. Like, there's no fucking way. Have you been possessed?
Yeah.
And I mean, I'm not 100% sure if I believe in that stuff or not.
Okay.
And I'm too scared to say I don't believe in it because I'm be fucking sure I don't believe in ghosts. I'm gonna get fucking murdered by a ghost or something. So I do believe in it, but I'm slightly skeptical. It's like God. I'm no offense to people who do believe in God. I'm pretty sure that's not gonna happen. And if I don't believe in God, by law, he's not allowed to hurt me because he's God. So fuck you, God. But the devil. He could be like sending me like fucking demons and shit. So but of course I believe in the devil. Like, don't be fucking stupid. But yeah, like, if you've been possessed, you're definitely going to be paralysed, you're definitely going to be in a wheelchair, or you're going to be dead.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
So the people who, like, these movies where they live, I refuse to believe it. It's not true. I'm sorry.
Because another film is, I don't know if you've seen Carrie.
Yes.
I haven't seen the first one, but I've seen the second one.
Okay. There's a new version of that coming out, actually.
Okay. But I know in the second one she's possessed as well, because she does the whole thing where she like pew pew
I've
out
not
of
seen
her
the
eyes,
second one.
and she like suffocates people in the pool, and like she like uses the harpoons, and she's like pew pew
pew pew pew. The well-known special effect of Carrie there. Yeah, there's a new one coming out.
Okay.
I can't remember who's in it or anything like that, which is great. But yeah, it's coming out soon, I think.
Okay.
I'll probably go and see it when it comes out.
At the cinema, I last went to see Now You See Me.
Fucking amazing film.
So good.
We can't really talk about that though because it's not been out for too long.
No,
it's still in spoiler
really
territory.
Go see it if you haven't seen it because it's good.
Yeah, we actually talked about that when we did the spoiler cast for the Wolverine. We talked a little bit about it, but not. I mean, we didn't give any spoilers, obviously. But yeah, it's a really good movie. My favourite thing about that movie was what the fuck's his name? Jesse. Is his name Jesse? Am I giving him the name Jesse? What the fuck is his name? But he was in the Facebook movie as well. I'm gonna have to look him up because I can't remember his name. Jesse Eisenberg. He's the guy with the long hair, like the main guy.
Oh, okay.
Long hair.
Yeah.
Never before have I ever thought he was attractive. Never before.
Okay.
Like, I mean, I never saw that Facebook movie. I don't even know what the fuck that Facebook movie's called.
I'm trying to think of what it's called as well. I'm gonna click on this Wikipedia page. Wikipedia, shout out, sponsor us. Sponsor us, Wikipedia.
It's called The Social Network.
Oh yeah.
Apparently received a Golden Globe and an Academy Award for Best Actor.
Oh.
Shout out to Jesse Eisenberg. He's 29 years old. Shout out. Yeah, he was properly hot in that movie. I thought. I quite enjoyed it. There was a lot of talent. Dave Franco.
Yes.
High five.
Yeah.
Dave Franco. High five with the penis. And Mark Ruffalo as well.
Yes.
I really want to talk about it, but fucking spoilers. It's really good though. I would implore people. Implore is the word I want to use.
Encourage. I'm gonna say encourage because I don't know fancy words.
I'm gonna encourage people to go and see that movie because it's fucking awesome. It really is good.
I haven't seen Monsters Inc. University yet. I'm sad about it.
That's really good as well.
I think I'm going to see it next week.
I've got this thing where I've seen every single movie that's out.
Actually, I might have gone to see it by the time this comes out, so...
Well, we can edit that and just send me like a short thing. I have now seen the podcast. We'll do that like, I have not seen that film. Like, cut it. Oh, it's funny. I've got this weird obsession thing about movies. And so it's Geek Week on YouTube, and I saw this clip, this girl who'd like given the top 10, like apparently I didn't know this, but apparently YouTube has free movies on their website.
Okay, I didn't know that.
So she I'm gonna have to fucking find this now for the link down. This is gonna fuck me over. She gave like a list of the 10 best
free movies on
YouTube. Free movies. Apparently none of the movies on it are actually very good, but I could only watch about a minute and a half of her talking before she started to remind me of Ricky Gervais, and then I just didn't want to watch it anymore. Like could be like her humour style, but I didn't like it. I didn't appreciate it. Okay. No offense, I don't know who the fuck she is or what. I might never be able to find this video again.
To that person.
Yeah, but I like it's just, I've got this thing where I like people to have their own comedy styling, and that's why like there's so many different comedians, because they're not the same. Yeah, because
they're all different. They all have different sort of styles. Yeah, because it's either short jokes or long stories.
So I don't feel like if you copy something. I mean, I'm not saying she's copying them, but I'm just saying they're far too similar for me to enjoy the video. Okay. I could only watch like a minute and a half, and I was like, I might as well just watch Ricky Gervais.
Yeah.
So I mean, he's not telling me about the best movies on YouTube, but I can find it myself. Like I'll just look up an article.
Yeah.
But speaking of Geek Week, I have not actually seen anything on Geek Week except from the Rooster Teeth stuff.
I've seen a couple of things.
Uh-huh.
I know that there's I don't know if you probably don't, I don't really watch his videos either, but I know Crabsticks on YouTube. He has his own YouTube TV show, and he did like a special one for Geek Week, but I haven't actually watched it yet.
Uh-huh.
But he has this, it's like a panel show, but it's on YouTube. And he got like a load of YouTubers, like he got Kick the PJ and Amazing Phil and Dancer on Fire to all go on this panel show. And I think a lot of people are sort of doing things for it.
Yeah, I know there's a lot of stuff that's happened. I just it's like when it was Comedy Week as well, but I just haven't. My life is.
I'm a very busy person, and I know you are too.
Yeah, like I mean, all my spare time goes into catching up on the Rooster Teeth videos.
Same actually.
And there's a new Let's Play out that I still need to watch.
And I'm not even caught up on stuff. There's stuff in my watch later playlist that is stuff that I haven't watched yet that I need to get around to. It's
just like I wish I had time for everyone.
Yeah, so
because this is the thing. Is like before I got into Rooster Teeth, I used to watch television.
Yeah.
Like actually watch television, and now I don't have time for television. I mean, there's nothing that great on television anyway, except from Game of Thrones and fucking Supernatural.
I've never seen Supernatural.
That's fine. That's fine.
I'm still haven't gotten any further than the start of season 2 of Game of Thrones.
Well, see, I was saying this to Lara. a couple of podcasts ago, I started I rewatched all of season 1 and all of season 2 for season 3 coming out.
Yeah.
And I started watching the first couple episodes of season 3. Haven't watched any more of it. And I think it's just like, you have to sit down and watch it.
You have to be fully awake and you have to be able to concentrate on what happens.
Yeah.
Because a lot of stuff goes on. And normally during the week, I'm really tired.
So you don't...
So I can't concentrate, so I don't take things in, I just get confused.
It's like so many names and stuff. See, I got the books, so I'm gonna start reading the books, and hopefully by the time season 4 comes out, I will have managed to read enough of the books where I feel like I can get back into the show.
Yeah.
Because I feel now I've taken such a break from it, I'm going to have to restart season 3 and go from season 3. I feel like I kind of want to rewatch some of season 2 as well, because I feel like there's some bits I've not missed.
Well, but you don't remember.
Yeah,
as well.
I've forgotten it. Because I've
just...
seen season 1 about 4 or 5 times now. But season 2 I've seen maybe once all the way through.
But I got through season 1 pretty quickly. But that was sort of in my first couple of weeks of work. But I just haven't had time. Like, well, this week especially. Like, Monday was the only time that I got home straight from... Like, I went home straight from work. Every other day I wasn't home until about 10:30, 11 o'clock. And I have to get up at 10 to 6 in the morning for work.
And when are you going to fit in Tumblr time?
I know, exactly.
You need to fit in Tumblr time. So that's what's important. So we start winding down. So, this has been 004. And I was getting really freaked out actually, because in the last one, I was like, this is podcast 003, it's podcast number 3. And then Lara was like, are you sure? And I was like, yeah. And then I was like, shit, what if this isn't number 3? So I was listening back to it to start editing it. I was like, I better check this is number 3.
It is number 3.
Yeah.
Including the pilot one.
And the spoiler cast, it would be number 5.
Yeah.
But I was like, I really hope this is number 3, because otherwise I'm going to have to do that shitty little thing where I just use my laptop microphone and it sounds like I'm outside.
With number 2.
Yeah. I did it for the spoiler cast as well, because at the beginning we hadn't put in a spoiler warning, and I thought some people are stupid, and even though it says spoiler cast, there are spoilers for this and this, they're not going to bother. So I thought if I put it at the beginning, then they're going to have to listen.
Yeah.
So I was like, I can't be able to get my microphone out and setting everything up and doing a test, so I'll just use my laptop one.
Yeah.
And it sounds like I'm outside. It does. It sounds...
No, it just sounds like you just snuck into the corner and just start whispering things. It's just like, hello.
Well, and the thing for in 002 is, I can't remember why I did that. Because we were talking about the new Doctor.
Yes, that's what it was. Yeah.
And
it had come out the day before.
Yeah, we recorded it on Saturday, and they announced them on Sunday.
Yeah.
But we just talk as in we're having a conversation, so we don't think, oh, well, this is going to be out at a different time.
Yeah.
So we're actually thinking about possibly setting up some sort of video podcast, doing a one-off video podcast, but we're not 100% sure of how that's going to work yet, just to keep you guys updated with it. We will keep you updated with it, obviously. To get updates, follow fripplespodcast.tumblr.com. That is where you'll get everything. That's where these podcasts will be posted with the link dump. And if you're watching this on YouTube, there is a link in the description to tell you. Last week was a little bit fandom related. No, that was the week before. See, this is the thing. So everything's been recorded in clumps, which means I have, for this one that we're listening to now, I've got over a week to edit it.
Yes.
I know for a fact I'm going to edit it on Saturday,
the day before,
on Sunday night. I'm going to get home from work at probably about 8 o'clock. I better fucking edit this podcast now, and then I'll edit it and then do the link dump literally moments before I have to post it, which is great. That's the thing about deadlines, is that you never and no matter what it is, I never start it early if I have a deadline.
Yeah, and you think, oh well, I've got ages to do it. That deadline's so far away, and then a week before you still haven't started it.
So that's what I'm worried about this dissertation. So for my next year at uni, I've got to do a big ass fucking 15,000 or whatever word essay thing. I'm meant to work on it all year. I've meant to have already started working on it, but I've been too busy. I've been doing a podcast. I'm trying to get famous.
Yeah.
Fuck off, I don't have time for this education. But I know for a fact I'm going to start that about a week or two before. If I could do it the day before, which is what I do with for all my essays and studying for my exams, I would. But I don't think that's going to be happening, unfortunately. Well, this has been podcast number 4 then. So reminder, we had our shout out, or the person who done the thing, for Shannon McCormick. Shout out to Shannon. And we had our special guest Lara.
Yay!
Next week we'll be back with Lara, and it'll be the birthday podcast. It'll be Lara's birthday. We probably won't record it on her birthday, but
Well, that wouldn't be nice. Happy birthday, Lara! Let's do the podcast.
well, it'll be released on her birthday.
Yeah.
So that'll
You
be
should get cake.
so it'll be her birthday podcast then, and then we're gonna have a new lineup for September, which will be slightly more difficult because we'll be going back to uni then. So it could be that it's gonna be a fortnightly podcast come September, instead. But when it comes to September, we'll be having even more special guests. You'll be hearing from more people because people will be in
I'll be
Edinburgh.
back.
Yeah, Laura will be back much more often than the one-off podcast now. So yeah, keep an eye out on the Tumblr and the YouTube, which is youtube.com/Fruckles podcast. And I think that's everything. Do you want to say anything, Laura?
Goodbye, world.
Goodbye, world. Goodbye, internet. We love you. Bye.